One of the most common questions that I get from prospective new clients is, are you a fiduciary? The answer at PFA is pretty simple. The answer is yes, we are a fiduciary, and we are a fiduciary 100% of the time. We actually commit to what's called a fee only business model, and that is the only one that commits to being a fiduciary 100% of the time. But let's get into the weeds with this one just a little bit more because I think it is a tough question and tough to decipher when an advisor is your fiduciary. So let's talk about it. First of all, what is a fiduciary? Simply put, a fiduciary is someone that owes you a duty of care to put your interests ahead of their own. So put your interests first. So at PFA, all of our advisors are required to put our client's best interests ahead of our own interests, ahead of our own profit. That is the highest standard of care out there. And it might seem pretty straightforward, like all advisors should uphold a fiduciary standard. But unfortunately, the world of personal finance is pretty complex, and that's not the case. Generally, there are two standards of care that are most prevalent. One of those is the fiduciary standard, the other being the suitability standard. And as opposed to the fiduciary standard, which requires best interests in an ongoing fashion, the suitability standard just requires that an advisor make a good and suitable recommendation, and also that that recommendation is suitable just at the time of the recommendation, not an ongoing effort. So it's pretty clear to see that the fiduciary standard is stronger. It's just a matter of, is your advisor committing to that standard and when? So at PFA, we commit to the fiduciary standard 100% of the time and understand that the fee only model is the one that gets you there. The other business models may allow your advisor to be a fiduciary some of the time, maybe all of the time, and sometimes never as well. So, really important that you dig in and get a good answer to that question.